Hi, we are going to make something really cool. We're going to do an oil painting pet portrait combo. Okay, this is what it's going to look like. And you're going to add your pet, so this is my pet Lucy, onto an oil painting of your choice. And I've given you a whole bunch on the assignment, or you're welcome to look up online for something that fits. So the first thing you want to do is take several portraits or pictures of your pet, okay? And this is a nice soft window light. You want to make sure their eyes are very sharp and clear, and maybe try some different angles so that it can fit with the oil painting the best. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is create a blank canvas. And I'm going to go on to document presets, and I'm just going to pick a portrait 8x10. Okay, and you can call it your last name pet, and you want 300 pixels per inch. Okay, so here we have our blank canvas. We want to get our move tool and click onto our painting. We've opened up both of our oil painting and our pet photograph first. Okay, so I'm on the oil painting and I'm going to click and drag, and I'm holding on to it. Keep holding, and let go. Okay, so I've placed my oil painting on my template here on my canvas. And in order to make it fit a little bit better, we just do Control T for transform, hold down the Shift key, and drag the corners until we get it to the size that we like to fill the frame, to fill the canvas, and press Enter. Another way to do that is to go to Edit, Free Transform. You'll see the bounding box around it, and you drag the corner. When you're happy, press Enter. Okay. Now, before we move the kitty over, what we can do is get rid of her head, because we're going to replace her head. So I'm going to grab the lasso tool, and I'm going to draw. I'm being careful, but obviously not too careful. Around. All right. And if you get the marching ants, then your line has been connected. And we are going to fill that with Edit, Fill. And we want to choose Content Aware. Content Aware is going to take a little bit of time, but what it's going to do is it's going to look at all the pixels around your selection and try to fill it in. Whoa. All right, so it started doing an okay job. I'm going to hit Control D to deselect, and I'm going to do it again. Edit, Fill, Content Aware. Let's see what happens. All right, so we're starting to get it here, Control D. Now I think what I'm going to do is use my clone stamp. You guys know how to use that, right? And, I think I'm actually going to try my patch tool. So I can draw my circle around this, which I don't want, put it up to a clean area. There we go. Now we're starting to look like I want it. All right, so her head is gone. It's not perfect, but that's okay, because we're going to put Lucy in there. So here we have Lucy. We're going to take our move tool, click on the photograph, hold it, and drag it up. And I'm still holding on. See, there's a plus sign. And now I let go. And there's Lucy. All right. I can already tell that her head is too big. So we're going to do Control T for free transform. Hold down Shift and make it a little bit smaller. We can come back in and adjust the size later too if we want to, and then press Enter. All right, so now we need to just get rid of all of this background nonsense and put her head on the Victorian woman. So I'm going to click off the eyeball on the oil painting layer so that I can just see Lucy here. And I'm going to zoom in pretty close. And what I want to do on my layer 2 is create what's called a layer mask, okay? And it is a square with a circle in it, so I'm clicking, and you'll see it's white right now, so it's not masking anything, okay? What I wanted to mask, or the background stuff, the stuff I don't want, I need to paint black. So I'm going to grab a brush tool and make sure that my color down at the bottom of my toolbar is black. Okay. And now, I've also made sure that I have a soft edge brush. So it's a soft round brush. So I've clicked the little caret next to my brush up here in my menu. I can hold down the space bar and to move around my photograph. And I'm going to come up here and just slowly work my way around. Now, oops, I've messed up there a little bit. What I can do is now paint white, and that has gotten rid of where I got a little bit too close. Okay, so now I can just go back to black and keep going. You are going to lose some of these whiskers here, but hopefully that won't have too much of an effect on your photograph. Oops. All right, so I'm going to continue working my way around. Where there are more straight lines, you can hold the shift key and it sort of fills in from the last place you went and makes more of a straight brush stroke. All right, so here we go. Lucy, I'll make my brush a little bit larger. Not too large though, because then it gives the softness. It's going to bleed into your subject. Okay, I don't have to go all the way down because we're not going to use her lower body. Okay, let's see what we've done here. All right, so we've gone around her, and now we can just continue. We can make our brush larger and just get rid of all that excess around here. So again, I'm just painting. Just to get rid of the background. All right, how much underneath? I'm gonna, is that too much? I think I'll just start with here. That looks pretty good. Okay, now let's bring back our oil painting. Whoa, hey, look. All right, I want you to notice in your layers here, currently the mask is selected. If I want to move the head around, I have to make sure I've clicked on my thumbnail, and now I can select my move tool and move it. Okay, so that actually doesn't look too terrible. I could probably make her head just a little bit smaller, I think. Oops. Press enter. And that actually looks pretty good. If you wanted to get rid of some more, you could click on this mask and continue painting to get rid of some more. But I actually think this looks pretty good. Oh, maybe there's a little spot there around the edge. All right. So I'm not going to work super hard on this. I would fix up the edges a little bit. All right, so it looks better. Okay, now the last step is we need to click on Lucy's face again on the little thumbnail, and let's make her fit the oil painting a little bit better. Okay, and to do that, we are going to add a filter. Okay, filter, stylize, oops, come on, and then oil paint. All right. And you'll see here a little preview. Let's zoom out. Of the oil painting effect. Okay, you can see that there's a brush effect there, and you can change that. You can change the sliders and make it as oil painty or not oil painty as you would like. Okay, so I'm going to leave that part up to you and then press OK. All right, so you can kind of see how this now the texture and the tone fits a lot better. The final step is we want to, well, I guess I said that last time. This is the real final step before saving it, turning it in, is matching the color tone. Notice here how the whites are much brighter than the background. So what we can do here is go to, image, adjustments, and photo filter. Okay, and you can change whatever color you want. So I could sort of move this around or maybe make it a little more orangey, perhaps. And say, okay, and we can change the density or how much of it is showing. And you know what? I'm going to change my mind. Woo! There we go. I think that looks a little better right there. And say, okay. And you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, if I go to Control T on the head, I can actually sort of tilt it just a little bit. And I think that even looks better. All right. It looks like I need to fix a little bit of a line here on the mask was showing through. So there you have it. Your oil painting kitty. You're just going to save it, File, Save As, and save it wherever you're going to find it again. And make sure you save it as a JPEG before you turn it in.